Welcome to chapter 5. This is bonus chapter, and in this chapter I want to show you a lot of tips and tricks which I didn't mention in previous chapters. Before continuing next chapters, I think better to represent few other techniques which they are very useful in post-production. However, this chapter and next few chapters will update soon and available for you, but let's begin. In previous chapters, I did show you how to quickly fix the camera angle with Camera Raw filter and manually with Free Transform tool. But in this video, I want to show you using the Photoshop CC new feature named Perspective Transform. This option is very useful in many cases, which I will show you how to use them. I have the layer here. First, I duplicate the layer to have backup. Right click and convert it to Smart Object. Now go to Edit menu. We have an option named Perspective Warp. Click on that. Click and drag to make your first grids. Now I start to arrange points. If it is hard to find points, try to first create a perspective points where you can recognize. Something like that. It is nice to be more accurate. Then I could expand them. Alright. Imagine we made our first layout. For second layout, simply drag another place. If you drag and move your point closer to this side, as you see, automatically snaps. Now I match other points too. Something like that. And alright, we finished here. Now on the top toolbar, select Warp option. If I start grabbing points and moving, as you see, automatically the perspective trying to match. It is very simple and very useful, but I will show you few more tips here. Hold on the Shift key from your keyboard and click on any lines you want to make them straight and connected together. So hold on the Shift and simply click. Shift click, Shift click. As you see, it's trying to match perspective. It is nice, but still you could move the points and match your perspective angle. And because these lines connected together, which shown with yellow colors, so they will move together. Also, I could hold on the Shift key and make straight all lines here, something like that, to have a clean, straight perspective. If you need to unlink them, simply hold on the Shift key again and click. Now I could move them simply freely. Shift click and match your perspective. It is very useful tool and very handy. I will show you more examples of using perspective transform. For example, we have a car here and we need to match the angle of perspective. However, your resource angles should be closer to your project, else it will distort a lot. But first I will select my subject. So go to Select menu, Subject. I think it is close enough for now. Create mask, right click and convert to Smart Object. Or before that, I could clean up a bit. For example, this rim here, the tire, as you see, it is gone. So select mask, brush, white color, regular brush, of course, and start fix your mask. Black color to remove shadows. And this side, if it is too jagged and too noisy, simply while your mask is selected, select and mask. You could make it a bit smooth, feather, a lot of contrast, and if you have some borders, you could shift edge negative. Alright, I think that's close enough for now. Right click, convert it to smart object. Again, go to edit menu and perspective warp. Drag your first grid. Try to find your points. I think it is something like that. Okay, this is the back side. You could adjust them later, no worries. Drag second grids and match the whole. Try to find the boundary of your object. I think it is something like that, maybe more accurately. Alright. And this. Okay, now enable warp and hold on the shift key, click and drag points. You see, simply you could change the perspective of your car, shift click and change the angle. It is very handy, very useful. But still, if you need more adjustments, for example, as you see my back tire, it is getting too narrow. Simply you could clone it or just using brush, black color, and draw a bit more pixels. Something like that. It is nothing noticeable. However, I distort it a lot, but usually up to 15 or 20% of angle you could fix it. Still, because it is a smart layer, you could disable it. Double click on the perspective warp name and readjust it. For example, I think bring it back a bit and press enter or commit from toolbar to apply transformations. Also, you could use that for some cases like shadows. Alright, in another practice, imagine I want to add some shadows onto this wood lumber. To do that, I have a street light here, which I made it black. Drag it into your project, maybe a bit larger, and convert it to smart object. Now go to edit menu, perspective warp, and decide how many sections you need. 1 for here, 2 for here, and maybe third one for the ground. So I create 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3. Still, you could readjust them, make the cage wider, something like that. Whenever you're ready, enable warp. Allow me to move these points here for now. Alright. And just simply match your points with your subject. Something like that. Here, here, and the last sections for here. You see, it is fitting very nicely and very simply to create great perspective effects. Allow me to fix something like that. Maybe this one wider, and I think the angle it is nice. Now whenever you're ready, press confirm or press enter from your keyboard. Now I could make it blurry, filter, blur gallery, tilt shift. I'm clicking here. Start rotating with similar angle, expand, and you could tweak the blurriness value. Okay, change the blending mode to multiply and decrease opacity. As you see, it is very simple but very useful tool.